Hello, welcome back to the Cutting Edge Review, and I'm your reviewer. In breaking news, Triple H. Notice he hasn't been on WWE television. Uh, Stephanie McMahon has made an appearance recently, but notice Triple H was not by her side. Her spouse, the co-owner of the WWE. Uh, Triple H has been suspended on they found some type of I don't want to say it was anabolic steroids, quote unquote here. It's something called muscle enhancers. It's something that gives you uh, uh, like abnormal strength and builds muscle mass. It gets you really ripped up, really jacked up. And it was found in his locker. And I guess I wasn't sure at first if I should report this because a lot of times it's just rumors, like John Cena being suspended. He's not suspended. He's on WWE television. He just had an amazing match with Kevin Owens last night at Battleground. But it looks like the facts are in that, yeah, Triple H has been suspended for television. I've seen on the if you guys look it up on the internet, I've seen that it looks like he could actually be fired from the WWE. I don't believe that because I don't have enough concrete, solid proof to report that on here. But the fact remains that he was suspended for that. And John Cena actually went on a sports. I think it was ESPN. They interviewed him. They asked him what is this stuff like? What does it do to you? Does it have the side effects of anabolic steroids? And apparently, it doesn't have like the side effects of anabolic steroids or anything. So it's it gives you the effects of steroids, but without actually hurting you. That's what they say now, but I don't know exactly how it's gonna what happens to a man that uses them, right? We know that. So I mean, I don't want to say that right now that that I don't want to point out everybody in the WWE locker room, but honestly, my review on this is that I think every single athlete that we love, every single athlete that we know in sports in general has done steroids. Everybody. We all know every single. It's impossible to have the kind of body that these guys in WWE have with all these six-pack abs without actually. I mean, especially they're on the road 365 days a year. If I got you. Anyways, it's almost impossible because they got to do special appearances. You guys see when they wrestle. You guys see when they do the shoot interviews on air and all that stuff. But what you don't see is behind the scene. Those of you that are really hardcore WWE fans, wrestling fans, know that these guys have to do stuff outside of the ring, special appearances, signing autographs, the Make-A-Wish Foundation, stuff like that of that nature. So they have to do press interviews, have to talk to magazines. So they don't have a whole lot of time on their hands to work out. They do, but not to look like that. I mean, my honest opinion is that it's sad for me to say this because I absolutely, quote unquote, I respect wrestling and I respect it more now. Even though I heard this, that every single WWE superstar is most of them are probably doing this. On the page, it was Brock Lesnar, and they showed The Rock also. You guys know that I think around the time he was filming a movie with Mark Wahlberg, that they noticed that his pecs were just massive. He bulked up in a very short amount of time, and this is something that it's an ongoing problem. WWE has always been the target of, or it's always revolved around steroids since the very beginning with Vince McMahon and Hulk Hogan going to court and all these different WWE superstars. And the sad thing about all this is these guys are great athletes. They are strong, but they've kind of cheated their way to look like this, and it's sad because the guys like me, I work out. It's hard work, man. You can't have the perfect body without actually taking some kind of shortcut if it's possible. and it is possible to take shortcuts. So you know, a lot of what these guys do is, and there's a lot of pain involved. It's very wrestling is very real. It had, yeah, of course, there's still the show part of it, the scripted parts of it, but a lot of people are not aware. A lot of these guys, what these guys endure, I'm just sad about it. I'm just like, I'm very disappointed in a lot of these guys, but I still respect them. It's just sad though to hear that all these guys that I grew up watching is, and right now too, guys like Cesaro, Seth Rollins, Brock Lesnar, just to name a few guys. These guys are taking shortcuts to look like that, and it's sad though, because I mean, how would they look if they hadn't done some kind of steroid? They might not look as perfect, but they would, at least it would be real. At least they would have, you know, it's them. You know, it's not some. It's like when somebody gets plastic surgery in a way, they're taking shortcuts to look better, and you know, this is something that's an ongoing problem. I kind of, the WWE has a very strict policy on steroids. Randy Orton has failed it, you know, and somebody recently that I'm not remembering right now has failed it also. And you know, the fact remains is that anabolic steroids, any kind of muscle enhancers, you guys can buy this stuff, by the way. The one I'm talking about, muscle enhancers, look it up on it. It's on. You should be able to find it on Google about John Cena giving away secrets, and it said that he was suspended or fired or something like that. Look it up. But like I said, it's Triple H. I'm gonna try to report you guys what I can about Triple H. It's shocking to me because he's like one of the principal owners of the WWE. He's married to, you know, of course, Stephanie McMahon. That's his spouse. Is you know, Vince McMahon is his father-in-law. But I think the WWE is trying to come down on these guys. They might as well come up the whole damn locker room then, because everybody, it seems like everybody's doing it. It's just too much of a coincidence for people to look like that, especially with the type of schedules they have. And it's sad, you know. I mean, I grieve right now because, you know, like I said, I mean, we look up to these guys. Those of us that, and this goes for any sport. It doesn't matter. It could be cage fighting, UFC, steroids, boxing, baseball, football, you name it. I don't care what kind of sport it is. And you might as well all be guilty as charged, really, all of them. So no matter what athlete you see in any kind of sport, have taken shortcuts, and it's sad though, but it's truth. It's not. I'm not, you know, I'm not trying to sell something here. I'm trying to give you some news here about Triple H, but I'm getting to the depth of the problem. Is just something that might not ever be solved, because it's always going to be there. That's, you know, it's a sad thing to say that just like we have to, a lot of people that take mind altering substances, you know, drugs, we want to get rid of them, but they're always there. That's the problem, and it's always going to be a problem. Unfortunately, same thing goes for sports with steroids, you know, with muscle enhancers, whatever they want to call it now. It's an ongoing problem, but the best thing to do really is just to try and make sure that nobody has any access, no doctors, no kind of passing around any kind of pills or any kind of stuff like that. You know, they need to really come down on the whole entire locker room. They really need to do that. I mean, it's for these guys' health. You know, they want to live longer. But like I said, they say that these muscle enhancers do not have the side effects of steroids, which makes actually steroids. You know, they cause your liver to fail on you, even you're sexually impotent, I think, something like that, and other stuff like that of that nature. But they say that these muscle enhancers actually make you grow in every place. So, you know, I'm just reporting to you how what I saw. So if you guys want to take a look at it, go look it up yourselves. And like I said, I'm really sad for Triple H. It's a sad day for me, really, because I mean, before I sign off this video, I just want to say that he hasn't been doing, and he's basically the lieutenant. He's the guy. He's the general right now. And look what just happened. And he hasn't been really been leading wrestling in the good direction, really, honestly. So, but I respect the man. Nonetheless, he might not be the best, good wrestling promoter like Vince McMahon, but he's a legendary wrestler. For God's sake, he's one of the greatest of all time. So, like I said, I'm reporting to you what I saw, and like I said, I'm telling you what I feel about the whole situation. And please subscribe to my channel. This is the Cutting Edge Review. I am definitely still your student.